Okay, guys. Hey, welcome to another edition of Jackal's Corner. You guys, today, let me give some shout outs to the sponsors, 5x5 Brewery for providing us with all of our beautiful alcohol libations, to Concert Culture for providing sound, and to Snack Attack for providing the shirts that we have for sale. They're $10 for a Jackal's Corner shirt. Hit me up. I'll let you know if we still have your size, and if we don't, I will put you on a list for the next round of shirts. Other than that, let's get straight into this podcast because I'm really excited for this one. I've had them on Jackal's Corner a couple of times back in the day. Now they are coming to be on the virtual Jackal's Corner. So without further ado, I give to you guys tonight the one, the only, the great Vibrahaven.
What's up? We got Vibrahaven.
What's going on?
Absolutely, my man. So we go back some ways. I know a lot of stuff about you guys. Pretty much, I would say me and maybe Marissa were probably your two biggest fans in the fucking world.
The first fans.
You know, and I like the fact that you guys have been working on some stuff here and there from what I hear. So with that, tell me guys, what have you guys been doing during this whole crazy shitstorm of 2020?
Absolutely nothing.
We've
Just kidding.
we've been quarantined, but I'm also working on music.
Yeah, this is like the perfect time to be writing stuff, and that's what we've been doing.
Absolutely.
We were gonna go into writing mode to begin with, and so this happened. We just went into writing mode anyway. So
Yeah.
we went.
Yeah.
We're going hard on the writing on the new album.
So with that, how has life changed for Vibrahaven because of COVID?
It's been a lot more like individual sessions, like where only one person will go or two people at a time to the band practice. It's not like we haven't had the whole band together in one room. It's just like you're gonna go record and you're gonna record and then you're gonna go record. So we're just like taking turns meeting up, figuring it out.
Yeah.
Or if someone has something that they've written, we just we put it in our little bubble, and we all listen to it, and we're like, oh, I can do this for that, or like it's a lot of remote collaboration, and then like just get together when we can.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of messaging back and forth, but I mean it works though. That's how we're getting the songs to.
Yeah.
You know.
And I know for a fact. I mean, you guys in your message, when I would be in that thing, man. You guys I know you guys communicate quite a freaking bit. I mean, you guys definitely do. I've done management with different bands and stuff like that, and I've done stuff with them and been in their groups. And out of all the bands I've ever worked with, I've never seen a band talk to each other as much as you guys talk to each other. It's like daily, just boom, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, and that's a breath of fresh air because that shows the love, the passion you have for what's going on with the music. That there's a lot of bands right now that are just on hiatus during COVID, and like you said earlier, I mean, this is the perfect time to either write new stuff, reinvent your band, all kinds of stuff. You can just totally change everybody's perspective on who you are. One of the bands that I have coming up, Aries, impressed the shit out of me. Like they really do. And one thing I know about their vocalist, Fernie, is that man is a very musically inclined guy. That man can sing his ass off, and I'm so glad that he's in a band that matches him now.
Yeah, he's got melody in his bones or something.
Oh, something like that.
And his balls.
And his balls? You gotta suck the mojo. You gotta suck the mojo out of the balls like fat bastard.
Right?
He uses a syringe though. I had to elaborate that because it sounded way worse than it. It came out way worse than it.
If you've seen the movie, you know.
You got
Yes.
Austin Powers. I know that. The fat bastard.
So, what can you tell me about the new album? What is the feel of the new album? You had your first album, and it kind of had like a really upbeat feel, real party feel to it, you know. And then you came out with your next album, and it was very deep. The second album was fucking deep as fuck, and that's great. I mean, so I know how you guys are. You guys usually write with your soul and your emotions and what you guys are going through at the moment, which is a great thing. So what are we what can we expect? What kind of vibe? What kind of feel?
Well, so far, what we're planning on doing is we're gonna release a single at a time. So it's gonna be a couple of singles, and then boom, it's gonna be the whole album out of nowhere. So that's the plan so far. But what to expect is it's drilling in deeper emotions than before. So
Yeah, the lyrics are a lot personal this time.
It's going in deeper than like there's a song on there that's gonna be even
Balls deep.
even more emotional than Gone. So.
And I'd say the music's getting a little bit more experimental.
Yeah.
We're experimenting a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like especially with the synth, like my side of it, we're experimenting with that. We're experimenting with like our influences.
Yeah.
There's like I can say one influence that we're tackling in this one is like him, which I don't think we've
Oh wow.
That's what we've heard.
Yeah, that's just one of the influences.
Yeah, that's just one side of it, but like
That's what we've heard from one that heard.
And I mean, I'd say just wait and see if you could spot the references.
Yeah, the big difference is Tommy here stepped up and he's our recording artist now. So we're producing our own music.
Yeah.
And we're just going to mix and master with Charlie Vela.
And that's a great thing to do. It really is. And if any of my boys in Corpus are listening right now, Robert Beltran or any of the boys from the Winks or Shattered or any of those guys, you guys listening, link these guys up with Hammer Forge Records already. They deserve it. Out of my mouth, I 100% endorse this band. So definitely, guys, you guys deserve that. You guys
Thanks,
work
man.
your ass off, and
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
I say it all the time. You guys are one of the hardest working fucking bands that I've ever seen, not just in the Valley. Period. You guys are always doing something. You guys are always reinventing yourselves. I see so many bands come out with albums and it sounds exactly like the one before. And every time you guys come out with something, it's you can see your growth. And I believe that that's the way a band should be. Even when you make it big, I mean, you see it all the time. We waited forever and a day for Tool's new album, and the first thing people wanted to say was whether it was worth it or not. If they grew from that, or it was
I liked
something
it.
different, and I loved it. I loved the new Tool album, absolutely. But you hear that, you hear that with any album that comes out. Oh, it sounds like the same thing, or oh man, they really sound different. They you can hear this and that and different things in it, and I think that's a good thing because you should grow. You're an artist, and an artist should grow in their stuff, because if you become still, you're stagnant, and nobody wants anything stagnant, you know.
Yeah, these songs for sure. The influences everywhere. Like even Rammstein, one of the songs
Oh yeah, that's another.
has that Rammstein influence.
We're channeling different inspirations for different songs.
And then especially having Tommy record us, you know, he's kind of just not like where we go somewhere for sound and they want a specific sound. They want us to sound this way. With Tommy, it's just like, just do your best. Let's see what the hell comes out. And then we're just like, whoa, we're impressed with what's coming out. Trying anything we want. Like, it's kind of different because it's just, you know, it's our boy Tommy, and he's like, he realizes we kind of want to experiment and put some experimental sounds in there. And sometimes when you're recording with someone else, they want it to be studio change it. No, less detailed, less
this or that.
Just put less into it, make it more rhythm and more vocals. But now we're just like, everyone go all out and let's see. And Tommy's understanding with music because he's gone to school, so he kind of just realized, he listens to it and he's like, yeah, this is unique. Let's keep it. It keeps it more diverse than just trying to keep like a solid rhythm like we usually do. It's more just
Go to school, kids.
it's how do you say it? More improvisation.
Improv.
Like, we can experiment with where we're going with it. If sometimes like the first draft is not where it's gonna stay.
Right.
We've had songs change throughout, like from structure to even like how the melody's gonna go.
Right.
And flexibility that we have right now is that we can just test the waters to see where this is gonna go, see if we can vibe with the song. If we can't, then like, oh, okay, well let's switch it up. We always have like different takes on different things. So like not too long ago, Ryan laid tracks on the laid vocals track. We all listened to it and we're like, okay, let's change up. Matt came up and was like, mate, let's try to do this. Let's try to experiment with that. And I think that's the advantage that we have when we're recording it ourselves.
Yeah. And I endorse that a lot. I think every band should be doing this. Not to say to put local studios out of business, but even people like that will understand the reasoning behind it, because nobody knows your music better than you.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to put as much heart and soul into it as you. And so it just makes sense. If you know how to do it, do it. Now, if you don't, find somebody who is going to listen to you and take your word for it. But if you are going to somebody who knows their shit, chances are you want to listen to them because they've been doing this. They know what sells. They know what's appeasing to the ear. And I tell musicians this too. You always listen to your guy recording your stuff. They've been through this. This is their job, you know? And sometimes us as musicians will hear something and say, yeah, we want this. This got to stay. But nobody else in the world is going to want to hear it, you know? And we have to remember that. We're not just making music for us. We're making music for people to hear and enjoy. And sometimes I hear it. But with people like you guys are freaking talented musicians. Every one of you guys. And every one of you guys are perfectionists. So that in itself is perfect. That's the way it should be. So a lot of people that say, well, I'm going to put this album out just because I want to stay relevant. Yeah, that's the worst thing you could ever fucking do. Throw an album out to stay relevant. Because, okay, you throw a shitty album out, yeah, you're going to be relevant. You're going to be relevant as the guy that threw out a shitty album. You know? So you always take pride in what you're doing. And that's one thing that I could say about Vibrahaven is that Vibrahaven definitely does that. I mean, I don't think you guys have ever written anything that I didn't like. Everything, and the thing is I usually don't like the little poppy soundy music or the upbeat stuff. I like real grungy shit. And when I heard you guys, I was like, oh, fuck.
We add our own style to it.
Yeah, and
We got a couple of those again.
and the thing is that Santi's the one that really attracted me to the band, because back then, that was when he used to jump up and down on stage and dance around and
Cartwheels.
all that stuff.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, this motherfucking guy knows what's fucking up.
Yeah, I think it's the Cali Crusher. That's my family name. They call me Santi. So that's,
Yes.
Some people know that. Like, who the heck is that?
Yes.
Sounds like a Gandhi ass motherfucker.
So I remember the first show I saw was at Thirsty Monkey with you guys. And
Oh man,
Santi
that one.
jumped off the stage and he's dancing around the stage like that, and goes up to this chick, and her dude grabs a beer out of the bucket and just dumps it in his mouth, and Santi's just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, people pouring beer down my mouth while I'm running around playing bass.
Oh man, the Thirsty Monkey shows.
Those were rowdy,
times.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I remember those, man. I remember freaking Heather going to those shows, and she'd just be like, everybody that was in the Viber family, she'd just be like, hey, who wants a fucking drink? On me.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
just buy everybody shots.
Fucking shots and beers, and everybody be all fucking drunk as fuck. And Thirsty Monkey, man. Fucking A. Shout out to Thirsty fucking Monkey, man. You guys got to start doing fucking shows again.
Yeah, aside from the shows, like we were talking about the studio and stuff like that, recording our own stuff with Tommy, and we do have to give credit, of course, to, you know, Joshua Lopez.
Oh, yeah.
And Sam, Bird's Nest Studios.
Yes.
They recorded us and they showed us the way. So
Yeah.
if anything, we're as good as we are at recording our own stuff now because we learned from them. So in a
Yeah,
way,
exactly.
in a way, you got to go to your local recording studio so they can teach you the right passage and shit like that.
Yeah,
And
for
so,
sure.
Oh, yeah.
So we saw all the stuff that they record, the way they recorded us and all that, and we took that influence off to ourselves, and it helped us learn what we're more confident with and what we're not confident with, and what we need to take off. And so now we're just like we're able to record ourselves and without any doubts because we've already learned from the best. So.
Yeah, we're like our own worst critics. Like we kind of really pushing ourselves.
If anybody knows that, that's me. I fucking know you guys are. Every time I've ever told you guys, man, that song's awesome. You're like, especially Ryan, man. This guy is the most humble person I've ever met in my fucking life. You tell him, oh, you're really good. Oh, thanks. Okay. Like he's like, I'm like, oh, for real.
Ryan's the guy that practices in the band 24/7. He's the one that's always holding the guitar and practicing. You know, I see myself more as just like a performer. You know, I do play like some shredding bass and stuff like that, but to me, I give credit to Ryan because Ryan's the one that's practicing all the time, like 24/7. I think he practices more than any of us. You know, I know Tommy.
I think Tommy's like right there though.
Tommy does.
Right behind me.
I can confirm that Ryan probably practices a lot more than I do.
Tommy is always on the computer side, fixing up his own projects, recording his own projects, making a lot of different music. Tommy has like a giant list of songs that we're just like, huh?
Yeah, the funny thing about that is like when we're writing these new ones. Well, I know one of them that he showed us like because he has like a fucking huge list of songs, right? So he played most of them, and then like we just stopped. We're like, oh, that one, let's do that one.
And that happens like between every 4 songs that we hear from him, we want to pick one, and then there's like 100 songs, and we're just like, wait, what are we going to do? Okay, like,
and there are times where like, man, we need a song that's kind of like this. And I'm like, I just wrote something last week. Do you want to hear it? And then we just end up recording it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do with
Yeah, I wanted another song with piano, and he just so happened to be working on one. He's like, oh, I got this one.
I was like, I have like half the song done. We could do whatever we want with it. Just let's go for it, see where it goes.
Yeah, we wanted another thing that was hard hitting and deep felt like gone.
Yeah.
So we hit up Tommy for that, and he just like he delivered. And so this next album's it's gonna be about the same in the heaviness, and then the heartfelt stuff might go a little bit deeper. So
yeah. Well, do we have that loaded up and ready to go? Their track or
single.
Okay, here it is.
Okay, so let me somebody pull this. Let me pull this up on my page so we can hear it in here.
Yeah, we're really excited about this one. This one's gonna be our single at the moment.
Yeah, this is the first one that we submitted to Charlie Bella.
Yeah, and we haven't shown anyone.
Yeah, almost nobody has heard this song.
Okay, so what is the name of the song?
Dead to Me.
Yes.
Dead to Me. Okay, guys, so you heard it first right here on Jekyll's Corner. Dead to Me, coming off of the newest album of Vibrahaven. Release date, who knows?
We didn't even know the title yet either.
So far, it's not really an album. It's just a list of singles.
Okay, so this is the newest single from Vibrahaven.
There we go.
Dead to Me, right here on Jekyll's Corner. You ready, bro? Okay.
Everybody good? Y'all need anything?